the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
76ers versus the Knicks. This series, I went back and forth with this one because I'm trying to decide if I want to go with the Knicks, who they have a lot of pieces, they have a lot of depth. They don't have Randall, but they have everybody else, and they've been playing really good ball with Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson has been amazing in the clutch. He's really carried this team. Honestly, I would have him like second team All-NBA this year. And then you have OG Anunoby, who's brought this defensive presence, who's been tremendous for them as that 3-and-D type of guy. And then you have Dante DiVincenzo. You have Josh Hart. I miss Josh Hart. Like, I wish he was on my team right now. And then you have Harkenstein, who's a solid, quality, big. You have Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. And then you have other dudes coming off the bench as well. They have a lot of really, really good pieces. And then you have Tom Thibodeau, who's kind of learned from his ways almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the minutes thing, but in terms of like when he was in Minnesota, like he was not good. Like it was a dysfunction.
He was minimizing the talent.
But then he comes to New York, and they start winning and stuff. Like he built a culture, so it's pretty much like with Chicago, really. But he don't have a D Rose. He has Jalen Brunson, so it's really impressive. But then I look at Philly's side of things, and they have easily the best player that's going to be on the court in Joel Embiid. But he's coming back from an injury. We know Joel Embiid in playoffs
after shooting a free throw. You know if he's ready for it.
He's not okay. He's not okay.
He's looking like Seth Rollins in WrestleMania. Like he's coming back from a knee injury, and he just has all types of shots on that knee, and he's trying to play through it and stuff. And we already know what Joel Embiid in the playoffs, like he be on some other stuff, like he be just folding.
Well, that's like in like the second round. The first round he'd be pretty solid, but the second round is like whoa.
I mean, shit. I remember one year, I think they played Toronto in the first round. They had I think James Harden was on the team, and Toronto was really, I was looking at them like, are they about to upset the Sixers? But then I think Joel Embiid had like 50 points one game, and then he shut them up and everything. But regardless, I look at Philly and I say they have the best player. They have Tyrese Maxey. They have quality players around him besides Tobias Harris. He's kind of trash. And then you have one of the better coaches in the NBA in Nick Nurse. I wish he was the Lakers coach right now. And I'm conflicted. I'm like, do I go with the Knicks, who's had really good momentum, or do I go with Philly, who has the best player and then has a really good coach? Where are you guys on this? Who do you have winning this series?
Man, this was hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks. This seems like a second or third round matchup right here, but like this is a couple of these matchups seem like second or third round matchups, but they first round matchup this year. So I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks just because. Are the Knicks favorite?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
44.
Oh man, that's not a lot of favorite either. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks just because they favorite, and just because they have slightly more depth than the Sixers, and we see what happens when Embiid gets tired. He's not just gonna get tired; he has an injury. But anything can happen in the playoffs. It's the playoffs. Like he could turn up. Tobias Harris could turn up. I don't like Tobias Harris, but he could turn up. We don't know. Maxey, I love Tyrese Maxey too.
Yeah.
Six man of the year candidate, most improved player candidate, man. But at the same time, Tom Thibodeau knows how to play defense. Like he knows how to get players to play defense out there. And if you can stop Embiid and Maxey, you really just gotta worry about Tobias Harris.
Man, who cares about Tobias Harris?
Yeah.
Who's worried about
At this
Tobias
point in his
Harris?
career, I'm sorry, man.
What about you, Brian? How you feel about this?
I'm gonna go with the Knicks because I'm gonna go with Knicks in
You go 7?
7. I'm gonna go with Knicks in 7.
Yeah.
Strictly because Jalen Brunson is on a tear, and we know based off of last year as well as that year when Luka was hurt for like 3 games, and Jalen Brunson, he was carrying that torch. You know, he took over.
Yeah.
And so we know he's a playoff performer. And it's the Knicks are just such a well put together roster that I don't think the guys the 76ers got coming off the bench is going to be able to really outproduce the Knicks guys. Yeah, the Knicks, they're missing the OG's still not back, right?
I think OG is back.
Oh, he's back. Okay,
Yeah,
he's back.
It's just Randall.
I mean, I like the Knicks, man. I just like the Knicks. I think they just got the juice right now. The 76ers, you know, they're still working through Embiid injury and, you know, the Tobias Harris problem. But, I mean, if fourth quarter Batum shows up, then it's going to be a real interesting series. But this still, I'm going to go Knicks in 7.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I like the Knicks, too. I just think their
Unfortunately,
toughness.
I won't get my Jokic versus Embiid finals, but it is what it is.
This ain't 1995. Who cares? Anywho, I agree with Brian. I'm going to go Knicks in 7. I just think right now, the momentum, I think the Knicks are equipped to win without Randall because of Brunson, because of OG, because of their system, the way that they're equipped. Next man up mentality. They've been doing it the entire year, dealing with different injuries, and they've still been able to win. They're the number 2 seed right now. I just like the way that they look. I think Tom Thibodeau, he's a really good coach. I don't think Nick Nurse is so much better a coach than Tom Thibodeau. So I think Tom Thibodeau won't get out-coached per se, and I like their chances. Embiid's health is a concern. His playoff performances are a concern. Maxey, I like Maxey, but he can only do so much, especially with his talent. Tobias Harris, not a believer at all. Nick Batum, not a believer at all. And that's just the way I'm looking at it. I just look at the Knicks, and I think it's going to be a problem for Joel Embiid. I think they have the guys necessary that can match up against him. Mitchell Robinson and Harkenstein, they can do damage against Joel Embiid. And I like Jalen Brunson. Jalen, he got that Villanova toughness. I remember years ago in the group chat, I was like, Jalen Brunson is the best Villanova player. And they were like, what are you talking about? Like, it's Josh Hart. I'm like, no, it is not. Like, Jalen Brunson, National Player of the Year. I think he won the Bob Cousy Award, Best Point Guard. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then he come to the league, it took him a little while, but then, ta-da, like, one of the best players in the league. Like, what are we talking about here? Regardless, I like the Knicks. Mental toughness, edge, depth. Knicks have it. They're going to win the series in 7.
Just let me be me.